People, Deluded, I'm back again. Good morning, and I hope you're all doing well and safe, and I hope the same can be said for your loved ones. Now, we've got just over a week or so to go in the market, and I wouldn't say I'm panicking, but I'm panicking, because at the end of the day, man, I ain't seeing nobody sign. Like, obviously we've made signings, but the players that we're linked with, the Aouars and the Parteys, they've not landed. You know, you're seeing Partey's not starting the game against Atletico. Is his head there? Has he got an injury? I don't know. I'm sure you've all speculated. Hopefully we bring in Partey. We need that athleticism. We need the Ghanaian international. He upgrades our midfield. A week is a long time, so we'll have to see. Personally, based on reports, I'm starting to believe it's going to be Aouar and done, or Aouar and another target. I hope to get Partey. You know, I hope that we're still, you know, until the thing goes, until the window's closed and the thing's done, it's not done. I'm not working at Arsenal to know, but I just think when you look at it, Lyon need money. They seem the more, I know Ulas, their president, wants to drive a hard bargain, but when it gets down to it, it seems they're more open to accepting an offer for their player, and crucially for Arsenal, the arrangements of the payments. You know, you're hearing that Lyon will settle for 50 million euros after 1 in 60, and conceding that with COVID that might not be possible. Obviously, when you look at the teams he's been linked with Barcelona and Juventus, two teams he wanted to go to, they've got other priorities. Barca need to sell before they can buy, and for me, you've got to bring in Lautaro Martinez before you look at my man, regardless. Juventus got a whole wealth of midfielders now. Aouar will take it to a next level and will benefit, but you've got Rabiot in form, you know. Pirlo just spoken of Aaron Ramsey. You've got Bentancur and Arthur. Arthur's just joined as a bad boy signing. Bentancur, one of the best midfielders for me in the league already. Well, I say league, he obviously is in the Italian league. I mean world. So we are probably taking advantage of that. So it just seems that we're more able to do that. It seems like with Atletico, it's release clause or nothing. Maybe with Torreira's stuff going to the wire, you know, we might have to reach a compromise. Both players will just swap clubs and we'll think of stuff. Or we might have to go for another target. A week is a short time in football. A week is also a very long time. So there's going to be a lot of progress, potentially with outgoings and incomings into this club. Now, we lodged a bid for Lyon's Aouar, as you lot know, and there's been a lot of various different reports, people. You know, you've got RMC reporting Lyon intend to reject Arsenal's second formal bid for Houssem Aouar, which they will make next week and will be worth 38 million euros. That's according to RMC, people. Apparently, Arsenal have not, Julien Laurens has said, Arsenal have not made a second offer for Houssem Aouar. They are preparing one significantly higher than the 35 million euros offered on Friday. Lyon still say they want 60 million. And TF1 say there's no agreement yet between Aouar and Arsenal. Talks ongoing between three parties. Arsenal remain in pole position and are optimistic about being able to sign Aouar. A bigger offer will be made at the beginning of next week. So again, the opening offer got the sort of taste buds wet and whatnot. Hopefully we can come to an agreement. You know, like I said, Lyon drive a hard bargain, but I think they will concede that at the end of the day, if they need money, they need money. I'm sure you all saw Lyon, they didn't get the best of results last night. Aouar was pressed on his future before and after the game. He aired all of that. You know, and like I said, it's not all great at Lyon. They need money. You know, quite a few of their players are for sale. They sold Traoré. The pay is allegedly available. Aouar will go to the highest bidder. They've had a poor season domestically, so maybe there's the need to replenish their team. You know, Jeffrey Adelaide, a former Gooner, is linked with a move away. So, you know, they might want the money to do their own things in the market. But the problem is, the longer it goes on, the more difficult these things get for all teams. You know, I don't want to say I'm confident about any player, because on one hand we was confident Aouar was coming, then we're Partey, then both, then none. All I'm going to do is shut my mouth to the end of the window. You know, a week's a long time. I want to see some progress. It does appear that when we, again, I don't know this, but I'm just saying this as a fan, maybe if we get Aouar, we can start focusing more on the Partey thing, or when Partey is confirmed, we can focus more on Aouar. Now, we're Arsenal Football Club. They're used to dealing with multiple operations at once, but, you know, we in terms of that elitist group that we've got, in terms of Edu, Arteta, who are primarily in charge of transfers, Houssem, and obviously Vinay, one has to wonder, you know, physically how much work can be done on one transfer without the other, because one, transfers are quite time consuming. and then 2, there's about 4 man. There's Houssem, who's the contract and legal man. Vinay, who's dotting I's and crossing T's. Then you got the footballing men in Edu and Arteta. If Edu and Arteta are focusing on Aouar, then these lot have to wait to, you know, to deal with the finer details of the Aouar thing. So it's not, I don't think it's a thing where you say, alright, boom, you two, and it might be, but you say, boom, you two go off and deal with the Partey thing, we'll go off and deal with Aouar, you know, we'll reconvene and confer the notes and get these things done. It feels like 2 man are waiting on 2 other men to get something dealt with, and then they can go off and do other things. For me, as the main point I want you lot to take home from this, people, is for me personally, I want B and C targets. You know, you wanted Upamecano, didn't bang, you brought in Gabriel, cool. You know, you wanted Nzonzi and Partey, ironically, before Torreira. Missling at you, stat DNA, Torreira stats come up. You know, 2018 Torreira was the best thing since sliced bread. It's not worked out for him other than that, you know. So you can find plan Bs. You can do it. That's what I want to see, you know. Partey is my #1 target. Partey, for me, along with Aouar, you know, it don't make us the best in the league. It don't make us the biggest team in the world. But it would make fans sit up and go, alright, Arsenal are a bit serious, you know. They're a bit serious. They paid a bit. Yeah, Lyon might let us, you know, structure the payments and whatnot. But they've gone out and got 2 players that, I won't say above the club because no one's bigger than any club, but you couldn't really see coming to this team. You've gone out and you've got them. You've run out and improved the midfield. You've went out and got real tools for Arteta to utilise, you know. You'd have Partey and Aouar. For me, the crucial thing with Aouar is that he can excel in a pivot. You know, he's not a 10, he's not necessarily an 8, but he can play in that. He can play as an 8, you know. There's a lot of, I think he's best in that pivot role, really, in that sort of box-to-box, sort of trying to break the lines role. There's a lot of positional development he can do. And I think despite being, I know he gets into the opposition box frequently, but despite being a sort of deeper player, his creativity's up there, man. I think I've even, you know, it should be, hopefully if I can find the screenshot, it'll be in the I'll put a little graphic in this, but apologies if not. But I think, you know, a good Twitter account, man. Watman AFC, that's WAT man AFC. He put a little graph thing, people. I'll try and put it in the vid, but it's showing like a couple of attacking players and whatnot, and where our ranks. We need ranks. We need that sounded booky. We need creativity, and we need it to come from our pivot, and Aouar is that. And for me, it should be Aouar and Partey. Realistically, that will take a long time to adapt, and we won't do it straight away. But it gives good options, you know. Xhaka, I think Xhaka's a good player, and Xhaka's been playing well. But there might be a bit of complacency in his game because he knows he's starting. So he might think, yo, I don't want to... I'm happy we've signed Aouar and Partey, but I don't want to miss out. I want Arteta to have to do 4-3-3 or something for me to play. So I'm up in my thing. Ceballos has come on back from loan, and the way Arteta's been using him, he's going to get football. But he's got to say, yo, listen, I came back from Madrid. I don't want some of the foolishness that was happening in the first year at Arsenal. You know, I've got to happen again. I've got the Euros to think about. There's no way in hell that I'm not starting, sort of thing, you know. And when you've got 4 men like that fighting for the team, you know, there's 2, based on the formation we're playing, that would be 4 men fighting for 2 spots. You know, I'm poor at maths, but that doesn't work. It does it, people. You know, some 2 players have to miss out. Make sure in the week you're doing all you can so it's not you. And for me, it gives us different options. Like Partey, you know, he's box to box. He can break a man down. So you don't really need a defensive mid like that. But if it came to it and there's games where we need that, he could do that. You know, Aouar can break the lines. I don't think Aouar, in the same way, man need to stop looking at Gabriel in that we signed Gabriel and Saliba, all the defensive things are patterned. We need a system. Can't really look at Aouar to single-handedly change, you know, change how we break the lines and our creativity, because we tried it with Ceballos. It needs to be a whole team thing. He'll make the difference for his ability and stuff, but you can't expect him, alright, we've got him, create a million chances a game for us. It don't work like that. You need movement, you need runners, you need the other team to want to do that as well. So I'm keen to see, man. Like I said, it would make a statement. I want to see it done, but until these players are holding shirts, how much excitement can one get? So we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. But on that note, it's been fantastic speaking with you guys, but I'm going to keep it moving. It's always a pleasure. DG.